What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a football game for Thursday, November 7th, 2024. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the pinned comment in the comment section below of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for this day, for this game. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at Thursday Night Football, Bengals versus the Ravens in Baltimore. The Ravens are a 6-point favorite. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at last week's real quick. Last week's results, week 9, swept the board, went 5-0. Jets on Thursday Night Football, Vikings on Sunday Night Football, Chiefs on Monday Night Football. I took the Lions over the Packers on Sunday, Commanders over the Giants on Sunday. So, awesome 5-0 week. That puts me at 32 wins and 17 losses for the season, halfway through the season now. 17 wins and 10 losses for primetime games specifically. And then on Thursday Night Football, I'm 7-2. Sunday Night Football, I'm 6-3. And then Monday Night Football, I'm trying to crawl back here. I'm 4-5. So, yeah, pretty good last week. I'm going to keep it going. Got to keep the wins going. But this week, let's look at the game this week. Let's get into the Thursday Night Football game, the Ravens versus the Bengals. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have this structured is I have the distance to the upcoming Super Bowl up top. I have the location of the game, city, state, stadium coordinates. I keep track of home team win-loss records for the NFL season. So this will be the 139th NFL game for the regular season this year. Right here is the head-to-head records between the two teams. And then I have the home team right here, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name Gematria to and from their birthday. At the bottom here is the road team, their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, their name Gematria to and from their birthday. Now, I always start off with the home team, and then I usually do the road team after that. So let's start with the Ravens. I'm going to go over a few numbers here for the Ravens to win this game, and then I'm going to go over some numbers for the Bengals to win this game. So starting off with the home team, the Ravens. If the Ravens were going to win this game, it would be a 41 pattern that I've kind of marked here in light blue. The Ravens, this game is being played in Baltimore. Baltimore, if you write it out, sums to 41. The Ravens could become 4-1, like 41 at home for the season with the win. It will be the 46th day of the Ravens coach's 62-year-old age, and it will be a day with 62 date numerology on the Gregorian. It will also be the 6th day of the second month for the Hebrew civil side of the calendar, which looks like a 62. And he was born in the year 62 to go with. So on the 46th day of his 62-year-old age, Ravens could become 4-1 at home for the season with a win. The number 41, if you write it out, sums to 46. Again, this game being played in Baltimore, which sums to 41. If this were to happen, the Bengals, their coach, he would sit on 41 wins regular season for his career with a loss, as the Bengals become 4-6 for a season record with the loss to go with. We know that 41 written out sums to 46. I just showed you that. So yeah, that would be the 41 pattern that would go against the Bengals. Also, Joe Burrow, he's going to be playing his 62nd start, or making a 62nd start for his career. It being the 6th day of the second month for the Hebrew civil, like 62, a day with 62 date numerology on the Gregorian. His name, Joe Burrow, sums to 46, and that can go along with the 41 pattern in favor of the Ravens as well if the Bengals lose and become 4-6 for the season. If that were to happen, Joe Burrow, he would sit on 33 wins regular season for his career, a distance of 333 days since his birthday, as well as a distance of 33 days till his next birthday, which is his 28th birthday. In fact, he could become 33-28 for a record regular season in his career. And what's interesting about both those numbers is 33 and 28. They do share some similarities here. One of them is 33 sums to 156, just like 28 sums to 156. And so if the Bengals were to lose and Joe Burrow becomes 33-28, 33 days, 333 days since his birthday, or 33 days till his next birthday, or his 28th birthday, we know that the words Cincinnati Bengals written out sums to 156. And so that could be kind of a tribute maybe to the team. 33 sums to 156, 28 sums to 156. The Cincinnati Bengals sums to 156. Their quarterback could become 33-28 for a record with a loss. Hopefully, you guys understood all that. But yeah. And then Ravens, they would get their 32nd head-to-head win regular season against the Bengals, as Bengals become 3-2 on the road for the season with a loss like 32. And the words Baltimore, Maryland sums to 75. The words Cincinnati Bengals sums to 75 as well. Ravens can pick up the 75th home win for NFL teams with the Ravens win. And those are just kind of the numbers that I would point to specifically for the Ravens. I didn't see a whole lot for specifically for their coach and Lamar Jackson, the quarterback. However, Lamar Jackson could get a 65th win regular season for his career. 65, if you write it out, sums to 139. And as I said in the beginning of the start of this decode, is this will be the 139th NFL game for the season. So maybe that plays into a factor for him picking up his 65th win. Yeah, that's kind of what I have for the Ravens. If we would go ahead and switch gears and look at the Bengals, what would be some numbers for the Bengals to win this game?
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Well, what's interesting about this matchup is that Ravens last week, they won their game by scoring 41 points. The Bengals also won their game by scoring 41 points. And instead of the Ravens becoming 4-1 like 41 for a home record with a win, it could be Bengals that becomes 4-1 for a road record for the season with the win. Again, this game being played in Baltimore, which sums to 41. So really that 41 connection could go either way. Even though I think Ravens have more 41 connections than the Bengals do, it could simply just side with the Bengals becoming 4-1 on the road. Joe Burrow sums to 46. We know 41 sums to 46. Bengals coach, he comes in with 41 wins, and that 41 could simply bounce to a 42. It will be a day with 42 date numerology on the Gregorian, and it'll also be a day that's a distance of 181 days since his 41st birthday. So the Bengals coach is 41 years old currently, but it's 181 days since his 41st birthday. 181 mathematically is the 42nd prime number. It will be a day with 42 date numerology. He could simply bounce from 41 to 42 wins regular season if they want the Bengals to win this game. For Joe Burrow, it is a distance of 333 days since his birthday and a distance of 33 days till his next birthday, but it's a total span of 334 days since his birthday and a total span of 34 days till his next birthday. And so, kind of going similar to the coach here, going from 41 to 42, Joe Burrow can go from 33 wins to 34 wins regular season for his career, and then he'd sit on 27 losses at the age of 27, a total span of 334 days since his 27th birthday. And so it can kind of materialize in that manner as well. And then for the Bengals, if they become 5-5 for a season record with the win, 55, mathematically speaking, is the 10th Fibonacci number, and it's also the 10th triangular number. And so it would be interesting if week 10 of the NFL was kicked off with Bengals becoming 5-5 with a win for the season, 55, the 10th triangular number, also the 10th Fibonacci number. And then I think that's about it, what I have for these narratives. I think that's it. The 27 can also translate into Bengals getting their 27th regular season head-to-head win against the Bengals as Joe Burrow sits on 27 losses, 27 years old, total span of 334 days. And so you can kind of connect that as well. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you insight to this game, get you started on a decode as the decode that you already have. This is just kind of a quick overview of both sides for the Ravens and for the Bengals. Again, the Ravens, they do have that 41 connection. I think they have a stronger 41 connection, or at least they have more connections with the 41 than I think Bengals do. But with that said, Bengals also still have numbers outside of the 41 that they can use to win the game, which is the number 42, the number 34, and the number 55, it being the 10th Fibonacci number, this being the first game of week 10. So the Ravens are almost a touchdown favorite. I do like the 41 for the Ravens. I do like the idea of Bengals becoming 4-6. But at the same time, I'm still going to have to look over this because there are numbers here for the Bengals to outright win and upset too. So I'm going to have to just kind of weigh my options as I type it out for my Patreon page. But hopefully, like I said, I give you enough information here to get you started on a decode, to add to a decode, just to kind of give you an idea of what both sides are looking like. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully, you win all the money in the world. And I will see you guys in the next video.